Hi, I'm Angelica Parente, and I graduated in 2019. I had an amazing time at STMC, and I made some great friends whom I continue to keep in touch with today. These friends that I made at STMC are incredible people, and I feel so fortunate that STM set the foundation for some of the most important relationships in my life. Although I had a number of amazing memories, two memories in particular especially stand out to me. The first one is during Mother's Day Mass of my grade 12 year, I was fortunate enough to have my mother, my grandmother, and my godmother attend, and those three women are so incredibly important to me and they've done so much. So I feel very honored that I was able to share that day with them. The other memory is after my grade 12 religious retreat. Brother Cassidy passed down Coach Cully's jacket to me, which was incredibly humbling, not only because I'm able to carry a piece of STM with me wherever I go, but because Coach Cully was such a significant part of the STM community, and he truly demonstrated what it meant to be a witness to Christ. Well, in addition to my friends who continue to be important to me, I had some really amazing teachers, so I have to start by thanking all of the awesome teachers that I had here at STM. In particular, I know from grade 8 I had Mr. Ruzicki was my social studies teacher, and he taught me so much about integrity and honesty. And even though he's not my teacher anymore, he's continued to be such a big supporter in my life, especially with my health. So I'm very grateful to have him in my life. I'm also incredibly thankful for Mr. Zimmerman and Mr. Mattiazzo for all of the wonderful service opportunities that I had. I know Mr. Mattiazzo gave me some really valuable experience with vulnerable populations, both on the downtown east side and on an international level. And I feel so thankful because that's really helped me in the work I do today. I'm also incredibly thankful for the religion teachers I had at STM. I had really awesome religion teachers here. In particular, I had Mr. Hall in grade 12, and Mr. Hall not only helped shape my faith and help me to understand religion to an extent that I never had before, but Mr. Hall, in addition to his wife, Mrs. Hall, continue to challenge me as a person, and they've helped me grow so much, and I feel so blessed that they continue to challenge me because they play a very important part in my life. Another teacher that I'm really grateful for is Mr. Bowman. I had a number of medical challenges here at STM, and he played an instrumental role in helping me transition from high school to the university level, so I'm very grateful to him. Because of my medical challenges throughout my time at STM, I received so much support from the Learning Assistance Center, so to all the TAs and teachers who were a part of that department, I will always be grateful for that continuous and unwavering support they provided me. And finally, I'm really thankful for the brothers. I think Brother Cassidy and Brother Bassett really demonstrate and embody what it means to live a life of selfless service to others. And I think that they are almost the gold standard, and they set such a wonderful example for all of the students here. STMC provided me with a wonderful balance between being academically challenged and having opportunities for practical experience. I plan on pursuing my master's in criminology next year. Once I accomplish that, I hope to pursue a career in the public service. From a volunteer point of view, STM provided me with so many opportunities. I know Mr. Mattiazzo in Senior Burt, Mr. Zimmerman in Junior Burt, and even Mr. McCormick in the action team here provided me with so many opportunities to help vulnerable populations. And now at SFU, when I work with wrongful convictions in the Coquitlam RCMP, in the Forensic Entomology Lab assisting graduate level research, and recently a co-op term with RCMP's Integrated Homicide Investigation Team, all of the experience that I acquired at STM working with vulnerable populations has been incredibly helpful in the work that I do. From an academic point of view, I'm very grateful to Mr. Slivka and Mr. Shoveler in senior level English, who really prepared me and provided me with the skills to write at the university level successfully. I'm also grateful for teachers like Madame Ransom, who incorporated a lot of practical experience and hands-on activities like puppet shows and cooking days to really equip me with a passion for lifelong learning. and to really be able to apply that skill to all of my learning now at the university level. Finally, I wanted to really thank Mr. Zavarisi, who forced me to use my critical thinking skills every class. Being able to develop strong critical thinking skills is not only so important in the work that I do in criminology and with my minor in counseling and human development, but also when dealing with vulnerable populations, especially when I encounter low control and high-risk situations where I'm often required to think on my feet. So he's definitely provided me with the skills to help me in everything that I do. Following a brain hemorrhage at the age of 10, I was diagnosed with a brain AVM, arteriovenous malformation, which is a tumor-like cluster of malformed blood vessels in the brain. Following my brain hemorrhage, there was a lot of uncertainty. Not only was I required to relearn everyday tasks like feeding and dressing myself, but I had constant headaches, I lost a significant portion of my vision, and I began experiencing seizures on a daily basis, which I continue to experience today. Since that time, I have experienced 4 additional hemorrhages, each with their own challenges and obstacles that I have had to overcome. All of my experiences have taught me that being resilient does not come easy. It is a conscious choice. I can't promise that life will one day get easy. In fact, it might actually get harder, I don't know. But what I do know is I have today, and I've learned to make the most of it. I do know that if I had given up at the age of 10, I would have missed out on so many amazing experiences and people that I have met along the way. It has taught me that you don't need to have the best life to make the best of living. It's about choosing to see possibilities when others see challenges. It's about choosing to live life on my own terms instead of merely feeling sorry for myself because of all that I've been through. Terry Fox Gold Medal Award is an award that's given annually to an SFU student who has demonstrated courage in the face of adversity, as well as demonstrating qualities of being a role model. I feel incredibly humbled and blessed to win such an award. Not only am I humbled and blessed by the fact that one of my teachers stepped up to nominate me for this award, but also that several other of my professors as well as my colleagues that I volunteer with at SFU also stepped up to support my nomination. I wouldn't have been able to achieve this award without them, and for that I will always be grateful. Part of the reason I give back is that a while ago, a very wise person in my life would always tell me, holiness before happiness, and I think this has really taught me that just because I can't make life necessarily easier for myself, because there currently isn't a cure for my condition, and it's something that I live with every day, that doesn't mean that I can't necessarily make life easier for others around me. I also had so many incredible volunteer opportunities in my time at STM, and when I began attending SFU, I didn't want to give that up, so I continued to volunteer at the university level. When I won the Terry Fox Gold Medal Award, there was a quote I used by Terry in my speech, and I think it really applies as to why I continue to give back to others. Terry once said that not all marathons are won at the finish line, and I couldn't agree more. Our biggest wins in life come from helping others cross the finish line rather than rooting for our individual successes. Some general advice I have for anyone is not to take anything for granted in life. I've definitely learned growing up in hospitals that you never know how much time you have. Just because you're young and you think you have your whole life ahead of you, you never know what the future holds. And it's so important not to take anything for granted. You might not know what tomorrow holds, but you have today. So live life to the fullest because of that. I'd like to thank, first of all, my family. My family is a huge support in my life and they're incredibly important to me. Thank my brother because he's been a huge support through all of my medical challenges and I'm very grateful for him. Last but definitely not least, I'd like to thank my parents. My mom and dad have done so much for me, especially in the beginning when I required 24-hour care and they took care of me full time. They continue today to support me in everything I do academically and in my career and everything else in life, and I would not be who I am today without them. Winning the Terry Fox Award and any other accomplishments that I've achieved throughout the years is not only a testament to my hard work, but it is a testament to their unwavering support and dedication as well.